Well, I'm back out at the habitat management parcel. It's been a while since we've done any updates for you out here. Wanted to get you caught up on what's been going on. We've had a lot over the past year. We've done a lot of hunting out here. We've also been doing some food plots. You may have seen some of it in our prior videos, but we're in the south, we're in a more arid climate. It's difficult to do food plots out here. We went with Whitetail Habitat Solutions seed blend. We used Big Boost Brassicas and dry soil forage. And I wanted to just walk you through and take you through our experience last year, the ups and downs, and our trials and success using these seeds. Well, it is September the 6th, and I am just now starting to spray the food plots here on the habitat management parcel. It's been so hot and so dry that there's been no reason to mess with any of it this summer. So yeah, September, and I'm just now getting started. It's already 105 degrees today, but in the forecast, we've got some rain coming up and it's gonna cool down significantly. It looks like it's gonna be a 30-degree temperature drop. It's gonna be in the high 80s by the end of next week. So I gotta get everything prepared now. It looks like the season is actually gonna start changing. So I've got about a total of an acre to spray with the backpack sprayer because that's all that I've got. But hopefully it'll be worth it in the end. See how these plots come out. I'm gonna get to work. All right, it's morning the 12th. I'm back out now. I'm ready to spread the seeds. It's been 6 days since I sprayed everything. Hopefully that's long enough for the 2,4-D to kind of wear out, but I'm gonna spread some brassicas and some dry forage or dry soil forage builder using some of Jeff Sturgis' stuff. It's the middle of September, so for what he designs this stuff for, it might be a little bit late, but it is mid-morning now. It's supposed to stay in the 80s today, so it's perfect temperatures to get out and throw some seed. We got about 4 inches of rain predicted or forecasted to come through over the next week, so hopefully this will all be able to take. First seed I'm going to throw is the Big Boost Brassica. I've got the 4-pound bag, which is good for a half acre. Throw seed in this plot first, and then I gotta walk all the way to the back to see the other one, and then another really small one is gonna be about a half acre, but unfortunately I didn't really plan it out right, but I feel like brassicas will do best here, and then the one in the back. I'll get this one done, and then I'll walk back there. I just wanted to note that we didn't use any machinery, we didn't till the soil or anything. We just broadcasted the seed straight out onto the soil and waited on the rain that was coming that night and following to drive that seed into the soil. All it needs is soil contact. The only soil prep that we did for this was just spraying it out with 2,4-D and glyphosate. Now, a week or two later, I went back to check status on the plots. After those rains, we had about 1-inch tall sprouts all over in all the plots. Small brassicas coming in, a little bit of buckwheat coming in, and it looked like it was going to be really successful initially. Today is September the 27th. I'm in the first food plot right now, and it's looking like we're having some pretty good success. There's a lot of sprouts coming in. Looks like turnips, and I'm not sure what buckwheat looks like when it sprouts, but yeah, I'm definitely seeing some turnips popping up, so looks like this stuff is maybe gonna work for us this year. But what we didn't anticipate was the rain completely stopping and some intense heat coming in later on that month through the end of September and into the beginning and the middle parts of October. All right, it is October the 4th. I'm gonna spread this fertilizer out on these plots and hopefully get it to grow a little bit better. I don't know what the deal is, but this plot is just not doing good. There were some sprouts in here. They look like they've all dried out now. I don't know. I'm gonna go check the others. Got it fertilized a little bit, but when I saw that there was hardly any sprouts left, I went ahead and just breezed through. No reason to waste fertilizer on it. Go check out the others now. It's very disappointing. Well, I just spread fertilizer on this other plot, and we've got like a 90% loss of all the sprouts, all the growth that I had just 2 weeks ago. It's just too hot and dry here. I don't know what to do. I mean, it might come back if there's some kind of a miracle. We just don't get consistent enough rains here. It's too arid. These greens, I don't think they're gonna survive here. We'll see. I'll be checking it throughout the rest of the season, but I think this is gonna be a total loss. I want to give a really quick update. I want to show how these food plots are doing. This is the Big Boost Brassicas. I fertilized. It rained the next day. Everything looked like it was dead. And then I didn't come back out here for a couple of weeks. And then just the other day I came out just to look at it, expecting not to see anything, but everything has actually come up pretty good. Those are all brassicas coming up. They're doing great. I was starting to get worried because we hadn't got rain in a while and they started kind of drying up a little bit. But we got rain yesterday and we're supposed to get rain every day for the rest of this week. So I think everything's gonna take off pretty good from here on out. So in reflection on how things went during this last fall season for the food plots, one thing that I would change would be planting the seed a little bit later on in the season. Here in the South, it's just too dry in September, even in early October nowadays. So waiting till maybe late October to plant seed, which seems kind of crazy, especially if you're trying to use it for hunting plots. But down here, it's not going to survive otherwise. But it does provide forage for wildlife later on in the season. One thing that I would like to note, and this is probably circumstantial for your area, but there was no browse at all on this seed, on these brassicas that we planted. There's a lot of kale and purple turnips and radishes that came up, and none of it got ate. And I suspect that that's because it's an unfamiliar crop to this area. That's just not something that anybody really plants unless it's in their personal vegetable garden. So the deer aren't used to eating it. That doesn't mean that it would happen that way in your region, but yeah, that was just something that happened here. And it could be that if I were to continue to plant it, that the deer would figure out that it's edible and begin to utilize it. One final thing that I'd like to note was that this crop stayed up and green until mid to late February. It even went to seed. We don't have a huge deer herd here. We're trying to build it. And if they discover that it's edible, it'll be extremely critical and well utilized that time of year, January and February, because there is nothing green here at that point. So it could be an extremely useful crop for us very late season. Well, that'll wrap up this little update on our food plots and this kind of a product review of the Whitetail Habitat Solutions seeds. And yeah, thanks for watching to the end. Ask that you would like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.